Don't break the chain. What's up, everybody? This is Mario, and today I have another episode for you. And today I want to talk about a productivity hack that I was inspired to talk about after listening to another Tim Ferriss podcast. So I was listening to the Tim Ferriss podcast the other day, and this is where he actually interviewed Jerry Seinfeld. So most of you probably know who Jerry Seinfeld is, but he is one of the most successful comedians of all time. He's regarded as one of the top 100 comedians of all time by Comedy Central, and he was the co-creator and co-writer of Seinfeld, the long-running sitcom, which has received numerous awards and was claimed to have the top TV episode of all time, as rated by the TV Guide. And according to Forbes, Seinfeld reached his peak in earnings when he made $267 million in 1998. Wow. So I haven't seen all of the episodes of Seinfeld, but it happened a lot where I would be, hanging out at home growing up, and my dad would, call me out. He'd say, Mario, you got to come see this. And he would have me sit on the couch and watch an episode of Seinfeld, and he would just die laughing. And, it's honestly one of the funniest shows, and he is one of the funniest comedians out there. But there is kind of that question, which is, how does Seinfeld, as one of the best comedians of all time, just crank out hit after hit after hit in a series like that for so long? And he's gone on to do a number of different shows even after Seinfeld, and they're all wildly successful. So how does he do it? What are his systems that he uses? That's one of the big questions. And in the podcast episode with Tim Ferriss, he talks about his strategies. He talks about his systems that he used and the way that he can develop the habit of consistently focusing on his craft. And one of the main strategies that he developed is now known as the Seinfeld Strategy. And the story goes that a young comic was doing comedy at the same time that Jerry Seinfeld was about to perform. And he was trying to get some advice from him on, what advice do you have for me as a young comic? How do I become a comedian at your level? And Seinfeld went on to describe his process. And what he did is he bought an annual calendar. And what he would do is he would commit to writing a single joke every single day. And then right after he would write his joke for the day, he would put a big red X on the calendar. And every day it would turn into this chain of X's that he would cross out for each day. And basically his goal would be to not break the chain. So this was his process. It's just a single joke every single day, but he committed to doing that. And over time, year after year, committing and staying focused on his craft, he developed into the comedian that he was. And he was able to crank out these amazing sitcoms, these amazing shows, and these amazing stand-up routines. So that is kind of that main concept, which is really, it's all about do something related to your craft every day, no matter how small the action is. And eventually when you do this, when you don't break the chain and you develop that habit, you develop the consistency and then ultimately the mastery that is needed to be successful. And that's how you become a serious contender in any field. You commit to doing your art, your music, your writing, or whatever it is for you every single day. No exceptions. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. For Seinfeld, it was writing a single joke. For you, it might be doing something for 5 minutes. It's just try and make it as small as possible. And it doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how much you have going on. You just need to get it done and commit yourself to that craft every single day. So That's the Seinfeld strategy and the don't break the chain productivity hack. But let's bring it back to you. If you are trying to develop the habit of working out or getting in better shape, the same method and the same system can apply. So let's say that you want to run a marathon someday. Then the first goal should be to move your body every single day. Maybe it's walking for 10 minutes. Maybe it's walking for 15 minutes. It's something that you can do every single day, that you can cross off, that you can put on your calendar, and you can start to develop that chain. Let's say that you want to get stronger. Maybe it's just doing something like 10 push-ups every single day, or 15 or 5, whatever that is for you. Come up with that. Develop that consistent routine and that system that will get you those results, and make sure that you are marking off each day and staying focused on that. Because if you really want to cement this practice, you can buy an annual wall calendar just like Jerry Seinfeld did. So that's what I have for you today. I was just kind of inspired to talk about that Seinfeld strategy and the don't break the chain system, because it's so simple and it can be applied to anything that you want to do. If that's a new habit that you want to develop, if you want to write a book, if you want to become more in shape, if you want to run a marathon, whatever it is for you, this simple practice of writing down what you do, crossing it off, sticking to it every single day, that's what develops the consistency and ultimately the mastery that is needed to be successful. It's exactly what I'm trying to do with this podcast, is work on the craft and the art and the skills of podcasting, because I know that it's something that it's new to me, and it's something that is going to require those hours and the commitment to get things moving and to stick with it every single day. So that's my message for you today. Don't break the chain, just like Seinfeld did. And I hope that that's helpful, and I hope you all have an amazing day.